Oh, you better buckle up for this one because we are about to tear into this movie. Hello, Flickering Myth family, and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino, and we have a new Michael Bay movie review. Oh boy, let's get into it. We are going to be talking about Ambulance. You know, at the beginning of the year, I thought, what could possibly be one of the worst movies I would see this year? I saw the lineup of this year's movies and I said, Michael Bay movie, what could this be? And wow, he did not disappoint. He offered up one of the worst Hollywood films I've seen in a while. I will say I've seen worst movies. I mean, I watch 100 indie horror films or little indie comedies all the time. Those are pretty bad, but given the budget, given the director, given the talent involved, you would expect a better movie than this, but this is just bad. We are watching Michael Bay's filmmaking abilities slip throughout this runtime. We'll get into more of what the hell happened to him, but yeah, overall, I'm not a fan of Ambulance. I was enjoying it for the first 30-45. It wasn't great, but I was just like, this is like laughably, hilariously bad. Let's get into it. Oh my goodness. And then it just kept going. And then it kept going, and we were like repeating gags. It's repetitive and boring. That's the worst part about this. I was counting down the moments till it was over. I like sometimes bad, over-the-top, wacky movies. It's fine, but by the end of this, I was wishing for Transformers 8, because I did not want to be in this just mediocrely bland, bad film. Again, it starts off and it's just like next level bad. The camera work, we will talk about the camera, it's all just weird, wonky, and chaotic, but it became too chaotic for its own good that it just became white noise. It was just action and craziness hitting me in the face over and over again, and it just kind of loses its effect by the end. You want to have insanity. You go into a Michael Bay movie expecting a certain level of chaos. I got that chaos, and then he overdid it and lost me by the end. This is just a sad film. I want to cheer on Yahya and Jake Gyllenhaal. These are two actors I really like, but oh my goodness, I couldn't. They couldn't even save this. I couldn't even give this movie a pass with good actors because it is just that wildly bad. Seriously, what happened to Michael Bay? I'm not saying he started off as like a top tier filmmaker. We're not talking about like the epitome of cinematic director here. But he used to be better than what this was. The script is lazy. He did not write it, but boy, he could have picked someone better than who has credits than like Chuck and like Prodigal Son. Like, what are we doing? This is a TV director who offered a TV level script here. I expect more from Michael Bay. And that's a weird statement to say, but I at least expect competent scripts, a good cinematography, a fun, quick edit, but none of that's here. This cinematography is one of Michael Bay's worst. The camera is like, it feels like he put it on a rope and just spun it and just was like, let's just get every weird, wonky angle. Do you want to go slowly up a building? Ooh, isn't that fun? Look at this weird whip pan to this other thing. I'm literally watching him forget the basics of blocking, like setting up your talent to do things, the basics of like the rules of third. Like, I'm literally watching him forget the shit that I learned in film school throughout this movie. That's just the cinematography. The editing is obnoxious. Like, the sound editing to certain moments where it's just like boom, and I'm like, y'all just pan to like a building shot. What are we doing? Like, it's weird. This movie is just a chaotic mess, and I really thought Michael Bay would be a better captain of the ship. I'm a defender of that first Transformers movie. I think Bad Boys 2 is fine. Like, this is a guy who I usually think does okay movies. They're never great, but this was just wildly incompetent to me. That's what really frustrates me. That's where I say it's one of the worst. There is a level of filmmaking I expect. Once we hit over $30 million in your budget, you should be pumping out at least something serviceable. That's not what's here. Michael Bay could be at the end of his career and he's just like, let me just throw out some wackiness. Let me get some big name actors to turn in something. Maybe they can elevate my material, but that is not the case here. It's frustrating. This movie just ended up getting me just at the end of my wits, where it's just like, You are doing everything and nothing at the same time. How can you have so much going on but offer me such soulless characters, such weak action? Oh my god, the action in this movie. I have seen everything in this movie done 5,000 times before, especially by Michael Bay himself. He's usually the action dude, but maybe he's lacking if he doesn't have the big scary monsters or the big like CGI stuff. Maybe he doesn't know what to do anymore, because this is not it, bruh. I can give you the basic rundown of the movie. Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II are brothers. They are kind of estranged, but when Yahya needs a bit of money, he goes to his criminal brother to maybe help him out. They get stuck into one of the worst bank robberies I've ever seen. Holy smokes, unprepared, completely unprofessional, really bad bank robbery. The cops are not as good either in this movie too. Completely incompetent. Everyone has bad stormtrooper aim. Nobody shot anybody in this movie. Everyone is so bad at what they do. Anyway, so yes, the two brothers get stuck into a situation where they need to escape their robbery, and they like hijack an ambulance which has a paramedic in it played by Eiza González, who is fine. Like, she's good. I usually don't have high hopes for women in Michael Bay movies. She was okay. Like, she kind of reminds me of Megan Fox in the first Transformers, where I'm like, it's truly your movie. You're the best part of this. Give this to me. She's actually the best part of this. She has the only character arc. She's the only somewhat likable character. She gets the best moment of having to, like, put her hands up into someone's stomach to save them. She's the only one who I kept going for. Like, I don't know, gay FBI agent was absolutely nothing. Yahya was okay, but a weird, complex character. And Jake Gyllenhaal is screaming and yelling and doing something. I'm glad to see him in a movie, but he's not great. Yeah, nobody's here is a good, serviceable character that I actually enjoyed watching. That's the most frustrating thing as well. I could get through some bad action, some weird cinematography if I actually cared about the characters, but not even that. I couldn't even be offered that bare minimum of a movie. Look, I am just going to wrap this up because I could just keep tearing into this movie. At the bare minimum, it just lacks competent filmmaking, bad editing, weird cinematography, weak acting, even less great directing. This is just a dud of a film. I could excuse a bad, cheesy, fun time if it was shorter, if it was a bit better made, and if there was more soul into it. It just feels like Michael Bay was cashing in a paycheck. It feels like the actors were as well. It just pains me to just be this mean to a movie, because I'm usually the, that's fine, like Sonic. I didn't think it's a great movie, but there was enough there to get me through something. Here, oh my god, it's longer than Sonic, it's less fun than Sonic, it's just a weak film by a weak director who is losing his ability to add shock, awe, and crazy value. Baby, the 85 directors are doing what you're doing and better. Step up your game, or maybe don't make movies like this. Maybe move into old man movies. Go do Clint Eastwood kind of stuff. I don't know, Michael Bay, but I expect more from you, and my bar for you is not high, but you even let me down more. Oh my goodness, let's wrap this up. What did you guys think of this review? What do you think of Michael Bay movies? What did you think of Ambulance? Have you seen this yet? Share your feelings down in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel because we make videos like this every single week. And give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Alright everyone, let's talk about Ambulance down below.